Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the hair and makeup look that I filmed for you all today. It's that kind of effortless look while putting in a bit of effort. It's really simple to achieve, and if you want to see how I created both hair and makeup, then just keep on watching. So first product I'm going to use to prep my skin is the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go Spray. So you can use this before, during and after your makeup, and I'm going to put so much on because like I said, I fake tanned my face last night, so it's going to be dry. I have so many marks on my face from where I had breakouts, and then my tan clings to it, which is so annoying. The next product I'm going to use is the Inglot Yellow HD Primer, and this is a yellow tinted primer, so it's really good for any redness or discoloration on the skin to kind of even out skin tone. And because my fake tan is quite dodgy today, this is going to be perfect for me. And I just use my hands to apply this. This is the next product. I picked it up when I was in Sephora in Barcelona, and it was one of those products that are at the tills that just suck you right in. I'd never heard of the brand before. It's a Korean skincare brand, and I know that Korean skincare is meant to be the best. That's why I picked it up. It was only a little tester size, so I thought, why not? And I've used it once. I really like it. It creates such a nice glow, like iridescent glow on the skin, so we're going to use this as well. So moving on to foundation, the one I'm going to use today is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and I use the shade 220. So I want my skin to be quite dewy, but I still need to cover where the tan has kind of clung onto any of my like old spots and dry skin. So this is the one I'm going to go for today, and it's a nice tan shade, so hopefully will match up with my fake tan. Okay, so next up I'm going to use concealer, and I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I use the shade Light Warm. I have Light Neutral as well, but I just prefer Light Warm because it's more yellowy. And I'm applying this in all of the usual areas, so under my eyes, in the middle of my forehead, etc. So I kind of cream contour with this, as you can see, just like so it sharpens that edge along here. And then again, using a damp beauty blender, I have to say it like that, to blend everything in. So next up, to set under my eyes and any of the areas that I applied the concealer, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Light, and I'm just going to apply this under my eyes, down the center of my forehead and on my chin. So any of the areas that I applied the concealer. So I kind of want my skin to be glowy, but I don't want it to be too shiny. I'm not really sure how I feel about the Hourglass face powder. I'm not really a huge fan of it yet. Haven't used it a whole lot, so I can't really tell, but I might mix it with the Benefit Hello Flawless, and this is in the shade Hazelnut. So this is just a regular setting powder. Obviously it gives more of a matte finish, and then this gives more of a dewy finish. So I think we're going to mix the two and see how it turns out. I think it's because I'm just such a fan of matte skin. Unless I'm using like a highlight on my cheekbone area, I don't like my face to be too shiny. So I've just abandoned the Hourglass powder, and I'm just using the Hello Flawless now on my brush. When I say I'm using it, like I'm literally just going like this, and then I brush it off. And then I apply it bit by bit. So next up, to bronze, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Give Me Sun. So I'm just bronzing the areas that I usually do, so my kind of temple, forehead area. And I use such a small amount of this product. I literally go like that and then kind of take off some and then just dab it in. If you want your skin to look kind of bronzed and sun-kissed, you're going to go on top of your cheekbones. You can go a little bit under as well if you like to contour. And then like swipe it on the bridge of your nose like so. Just basically above your eyebrows, this kind of area here. They are the areas that the sun will naturally hit, so it makes it look like a little bronze bunny, honey. Okay, so for my blush, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani blush palette, which I know it's annoying because it's limited edition, but I just love this pink shade so much. So I'm going to use the pink shade with this shade down here. And the pink one's called Cherry, the coral orange one's called OC. So just in case they do come in singles in Urban Decay, I'm not really sure. But I mix the two of them on my brush. This is a Nima brush, oh, it matches my top. And just apply that to the cheeks. God, I'm quite tan today actually. Next up for highlighter, I'm going to use one of the new MAC ones. These are amazing, like absolutely amazing. And this one here is in the shade Show Gold, and it's more like a kind of pinky iridescent color when it's on the skin. I also love the Beaming Blush one, which I'm going to use next, but this one I want it to be the more intense color, so I'm using it first. And I'm using one of the Anastasia highlighter brushes, and I'm just going to spray it with my Rimmel face powder, face spray, and then go into the products. So hopefully my new camera will pick this up because my old one never did. But it is amazing. It's more of a pink color, so if you guys don't like anything out of the usual norm, then I don't know if you'll like this, but I think it's so nice. So after I apply the Show Gold color, I'm going to go in with the Beaming Blush color, which is actually my favorite one. This is my favorite highlighter at the moment. And again, I'm just spraying my brush again, and I'm applying this color on top. Then I use my finger. I'm going to use the Beaming Blush color and just apply it, not at the very end of my nose because that kind of drags your nose down, so just above the end of your nose, and it'll kind of bring your nose up, and then in between my eyebrows. So for my brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, and this is in the shade Soft Brown, so it has 2 different shades like so. And I always use the Anastasia Brow Brush number 12. So I'm just going to brush through my brows first. I just tinted them, hence why they look like they're already filled in. I do like to use a little bit of product just in the areas that are kind of gapped or that need it. Okay, so for the beginning of this one, because it is jammy, I'm going to use the Inglot 13P brush, and I have a mix of the 2 colors on this brush. It basically just needs filling in this area because the hairs never grow there. I sure might as well put some here as well. So to set my brows, I'm going to use this from Max Factor. It's just a clear brow gel, and I find it quite good, so it's a nice affordable product. So for my eye makeup today, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This is 100% worth the money. It is absolutely amazing. It's so pigmented. All of the colors are insane. Like, I would wear any of them. But because I'm actually going out and about today, I'm going to do something quite simple. Whenever I wear this makeup look that I'm about to do, people always ask me what's on my eyes. So I'm going to use this color first, Sandalwood, which is so nice all over the eyes. And I'm using it with this brush here, which is like the MAC. Is it 217 or a 317? Then I'm going to take my Give Me Sun bronzer with the MAC 224 brush and just apply this into my crease. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'll just really lightly put that underneath my eyes. Then moving in closer to my lash line, I'm going to use the colours Henna here. So Henna and a tiny bit of Cocoa and Bossy. And I'm just applying this basically on my lash band and then blending it up. And then for my inner corner, I'm just going to use the MAC highlighter Show Gold just in these areas here. So for my upper waterline, I'm going to use the MAC Brown Eye Kohl in the shade Teddy. So before I apply mascara, I'm actually going to apply my lashes first. Because my eyelashes are naturally really long, they don't look it now because there's no product in them and they're fair, but they're really long, so if I put mascara on them and then try to put a false lash on top, it is impossible. So I'm going to put the false lashes on first. This might not turn out well because I don't really do it often. Can't remember the last time I tried this, but hopefully it works out for the video. So the lashes I'm using are the Babaydoll 711s. They're out of the pack, so you'll see them when they're on. And I'm just going to use the duo glue to apply them. So while the glue is just drying on the lashes, I'm going to apply my lips, or as much of them as I can apply before the glue is fully dry. So I'm going to use the Anastasia lip primer first because I have really dry lips. For my lip liner, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk. I was wearing this in my last video and so many people asked me what was on my lips. So it's mostly this. Shit, the eyelashes. Okay, so the lashes are on, and hopefully when I put my mascara on it will look okay. So the mascara I'm going to use is the new Lancome Monsieur Big. This is the one that I was in Monaco for. Hadn't used it when I was there obviously because we just got it. It is brilliant, like absolutely unbelievable. I kind of like my lips actually. I just even like this. Okay, back to the mascara. So that eyelash glue is still drying, but I'm gonna move on. So to finish my face, I'm gonna spray this Rimmel Insta Fix and Go again. So now that the makeup is complete, I'm going to move on to my hair. Bearing in mind I'm not great at hair and it's second day hair, as you can probably tell. So I want to do something that's looks like I have put in effort, but it's actually quite simple. So that is my hair with nothing in it. I am going to clip in my extensions. I'm going to do that off camera because otherwise this video is going to be too long, and then I will come back. So I basically clipped all of the extensions in the bottom half of my head because I'm going to be tying this part up. So basically I wanted all of the clips and the extensions to be kind of just above my ear and downwards. So none of them are at the top of my head because I don't want any possibility of them showing. So the extensions that I wear all the time, I mention this all the time because they are my absolute favorite. You guys know this at this stage. They are the Foxy Locks Deluxe Seamless Clip-ins. So basically they are really thin. You can't actually see the clips. They're really flat onto your head. They're not bulky, so perfect when you're doing styles like this if you don't want them to show at all. I have the 22-inch 220 grams in, and I also have latte blonde with a little bit of platinum blonde, mostly latte blonde though, and I've toned them myself. So I showed on my Snapchat and my Instagram how I tone them. They are more of a warm color when you get them first, but you could see how thick and blunt my own hair was and how well the extensions have blended in, considering I only have them at the bottom half of my head. Usually if your hair is really blunt and thick, it's really hard to blend extensions in, but because, like I said, this is 220 grams, there's so much hair, it just blends it in perfectly. I actually quite like my hair like this, but I do want to do that little bun because I just see everyone wearing it. I want to be with the cool kids. So I did have these curled yesterday and I did plan on curling them and kind of styling them again in this video, but I kind of like the look of them now. We're going for that effortless look by putting in loads of effort. So I've just moved in closer so you can see what I'm going to do with the top section of my hair. By the way, what I used to style my hair yesterday was my InStyler. I have a video on how to use it. I'll link it below if you guys want to check it out. But for today, what I'm going to do is just take the middle section of my hair. I don't want to take it too thick, I don't think. So hopefully you can see the section of hair that I have. And I'm just using a really thin, And I'm just using a really thin blonde colored bobbin. So for this bun bit, what I usually do is kind of wrap it around with my thumb and bring it forward. And then just kind of messily tie it all up. And then if it's not cute, like this one ain't, I'll just do it again. Oh Jesus. Or does that look okay? It kind of looks like a squid on my head, but I kind of like it. Okay, I've ruined it. I'm losing the will right now. I know that this is not ideal, but I've tried to do this bun 5 or 6 times now, so we're gonna leave it as it is. To finish off my hair, I'm gonna use the John Frieda Frizz Ease Shine Spray. This is amazing. I never used to use shine spray. If you're blonde like me, it's really hard to get your hair to naturally shine if you color it. So I'm gonna spray a little bit into my hand and then use it on this section here, because like I said, my hair is really thick, so I need it to kind of flatten. And then it adds such a nice shine to your hair. And then I'll just spray the rest of it into the hair. So this is the finished hair and makeup look. I actually am quite happy with how it turned out, even though it looks like I have a squid on my head and I had to do it 5 times for a simple bun. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then please give it a like. And if you're not already, then feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll leave all of the information of the top that I'm wearing, the tan that I've on, my hair extensions, makeup, etc. in the description box below the video, so make sure you check that out. If you have any other video suggestions, as always, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you have any other questions about this makeup tutorial or in general, then leave them below and I'll try to get back to as many of them as possible. But that is it from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!